Well, it's another week, and of course, a brand new episode, a brand new talk show on 60 Minutes Nigeria, a current affairs program where we dissect national issues. My name is Erosa Agbonlao, welcoming you to this week's edition of the program. It promises to be educative, it promises to be enlightening, and of course, entertaining. And on this week's edition, we are looking at the relevance of the COVID-19 vaccination. Don't forget the fact that most governors of the different countries in Nigeria are actually spearheading the effort to ensure that citizens are vaccinated against COVID-19. Is a disease that is very, very worrisome, that gives cause for concern, because when daily on television we watch the figures, mortality rate, those that die, you are surely going to be disturbed. And so the governors are involved in Edo State, different approach. For civil servants, it started yesterday. Without vaccination card, without civil servants, tendering their vaccination cards, they are not allowed to enter government parastatals, government ministries, or the government house. So that has made some civil servants only yesterday to go for vaccination, from what we have gathered. My name is Erosa Agbonlao. Like I said, I have with me very distinguished personalities, but before I introduce my guests, let's just take a brief break. Nice to have you back. I must tell you that we needed to introduce our guest before that break. We have with us the Secretary, Christian Association of Nigeria, Sir Best Iriabe, and of course, we have with us the Chairman of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Edo State Chapter, Comrade Osahon Obasui. Nice to have you. Sir Best Iriabe, nice to have you.
Thank you for having me once again.
Okay, now, today's topic, like I told you, is one that surely will enlighten you, surely will entertain you. We're looking at two topics, really. We're looking at the relevance of vaccination against COVID-19. We're also looking at the insecurity in Nigeria. We need to continue to emphasize that there are methods to tackle insecurity. My guest will evolve some of the ideas on the program today. Now, like I said, governors of different states of Nigeria are actually doing everything possible to ensure that citizens get vaccinated against COVID-19. 2 jabs, first and the second one. And in Edo State, it took a different dimension when Mr. Governor, the governor of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, actually evolved a new style. If you do not tender your vaccination card as a civil servant, you are not allowed into government parastatals, ministries, or the government house. The implementation commenced yesterday. Only today again it continued. But we understand, according to the head of the team, Mr. Haruna, that because of what happened yesterday, some civil servants are already going to get vaccinated. So it's yielding positive results. Well, I must tell you that I have my guests here who have been vaccinated. I have been vaccinated. I've taken the 2 jabs. Chairman, have you been vaccinated?
Of course, the evidence is here.
Oh, can we say that? Now, the chairman came with his card. Yes. That's it. He has his card with us. He's been vaccinated. So this is what you present as a civil servant in Edo State for you to be allowed into government house or government parastatals. Sir Best Iriabe, have you been vaccinated?
Vaccinated the same day the governor did.
Okay. So we are vaccinated.
So taking about my jabs.
We are strong. Okay, so that's food for thought. Now, relevance. We're going to start with Sir Best Iriabe.
Yes.
Now, only yesterday, we saw crowd of workers.
Yes.
Denied access to the secretariat at Sapler Road.
Yes.
The ministries, the parastatals, and of course, government house.
Yes.
Now, That's a new approach to this issue. Now, and we are looking at the relevance of vaccination. What's your take on this?
Well, there's no gainsaying the fact that there's the need for everybody to vaccinate because this scourge has come. Now, in religious circle, this kind of scourge is called the snare, or the snare of a fowler. It came all of a sudden and overwhelmed the entire world, to the extent that everybody went into hiding as long as it continued to hold sway. Now, if you look at the other ailments that have had sway before, you talk about AIDS, even cancer, malaria fever, all kinds of deadly diseases that we have witnessed. No one locked anybody down. This one was a special one, to the extent that everybody ran for cover. Everybody ran for cover for a whole year. If you look, Mecca, that is a melting pot. There was no single soul again in Mecca. The Vatican City, the St. Peter's Square, that's a melting pot from January to December. Human beings people are bubbling everywhere in the world. There was no soul. The Pope everybody went into hiding because of this terrible scourge. Now, what happened? What are we going to do to mitigate it? Scientists went to work to say, look, we have to do something about this thing because we cannot continue, because it crippled the economy of the world. It crippled everything. So the scientists went to work. People were asking, oh, why is it that they came out so quickly with this? Shakespearean Macbeth made it unequivocally clear. And it's so relevant to what is happening today, that desperate diseases are by desperate means solved. So you cannot begin to say, why did they not do that for cancer or the other one? Why did they rush to this one? This one is different. It locked everybody out. And so look at, many people, even in Christianity, faith and all that, oh, we don't need to vaccinate. It's all lies. Now, I want to read the scripture to many Christians and every one of us. I'm taking this text from Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 20 to 22, when there was a scourge at that time. Look at the question that was asked by the prophet. The harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we are not saved. For the heart of the daughter of my people I am hot, and mourning, astonishment has taken hold of me. Is there no balm in Gilead? Are there no physicians there anymore? In other words, are there no doctors in Gilead? Why then is there no recovery from this scourge? Why is there no recovery for the health of the daughter of my people? And when I look at this scripture, it became very clear that the scientists of the world, the doctors, adhered to this. And I heard the voice of God again saying, now coronavirus has come. Are there no more doctors in the land? Are there no more? Of course, the doctor said, we are around. Are there no more scientists? We are around. They went to town. And in no time, they came up with this vaccine to mitigate the scourge. I must tell our people, there's no medicine that can stop you from dying. What medication does is to help you, to sustain you as long as the time God will call you. And we have had cases of such medication helping us. For instance, yellow fever for years destroyed people. People died from that scourge of yellow fever, and they discovered vaccine. To the extent that if you do not have your yellow fever vaccine, over 70 years now, you can't travel anywhere in the world. They will bounce you back as your port of entry. Yellow fever vaccine, up to tomorrow. Now, this is not the first time. I agree that when you talk about vaccine, people have all kinds of theories, negative theories. Some people went ahead to say mark of the beast. All kinds of terrible things happened. Oh, if you put a bulb on the place, there will be a light will come. Put iron there, it will magnet it. And I have done so. We can do it now, sir.
And it doesn't work.
You can even do it now. Let's get a bulb now. I took my job. Let's just nothing like that. So these vaccines came to mitigate this scourge. Let everybody take advantage of it. The governor did not just wake up one day to say everybody must vaccinate. He engaged all stakeholders, including the Christians. Is it Zoom meetings, several Zoom meetings? Then health officials met with us to tell us what's happening. And you see, we cannot afford to be ignorant of what is going on, because we have precedents. Polio scourge hit Nigeria for years. The Northerners, for God bless them, they have accepted it. They said their faith does not allow them. And so the people were being crippled, all kinds of terrible things happening. They refused to vaccinate. The Southerners who were the Southern Christians were vaccinating, but by the time they now decided to key into it, you can see that only 2 years ago or last year, the WHO now certified Nigeria polio-free. That's exactly what it is. Would you still have smallpox today? I grew up, when I was growing up, I saw smallpox were ravaging the people. They would go and they used to go to a place called IDH in Ikobahi, where they go and quarantine people. And then they develop vaccine. Today, do you find smallpox anywhere? No smallpox anywhere. So my people, there's nothing wrong with vaccination. Let's take advantage of this vaccine. All these theories people are propounding, they are wrong. It's not true. Some say, oh, those who took it will die in 2 years' time. All right, it's okay, we have taken it. Let's watch. But we have a God who never fails. After all, the doctors and the scientists have never prided themselves of being able to save people, stop people from dying. They have a slogan: we treat, but God heals.
Thank you very much. Well, we have the voice of the youths of Edo State with us, Comrade Basue. What's your take on this issue, the relevance of vaccination?
Well, thank you so much, Rosa Abmolaho, for this opportunity.
Okay.
First, we have to get one thing clear.
Yes.
Because a lot of persons out there are still in ignorance. Does COVID-19 exist? Coronavirus.
Yes. So say it does exist.
Yes.
Okay.
I speak, with all bravado.
Yes.
It exists.
Okay.
There is COVID-19. And then again, let me also let a lot of persons know that COVID-19, that known as coronavirus, has taken the lives of so many. Although some of us may not be close to some persons that have died of COVID-19 related issues, but just a few days ago, I was talking with a university don who told me that within the last 2 weeks, he has lost 3 or 4 of his close persons, to COVID-19. And some of us, we equally know that for some time now, persons that are also equally close to us, have died, of COVID-19. Now, government have said, because we know the responsibility of government is to protect lives and property.
That's correct.
And government at this time, have come to say a vaccine has been developed. Let us get ourselves vaccinated so that we can be immune, to this ailment. But it is rather unfortunate that some of our persons, are still in ignorance, like I said earlier. But again, we must also advise government at this time, because government in the past have made the people to lose confidence in them. I must be very frank with you, that is the truth. The people no longer trust government. The people believe that government can do anything to the people just for them to probably get certain international support, or as the case may be. But we need to build the confidence of these people once again. We need to educate them. The people need to know that no responsible government will want to inject the people with anything, that will cause death, to any of its citizens. A lot of us have to take this vaccine, in front of cameras. This is only to let our people know, those that we lead, to let them know that, when you take this vaccine, to a very large extent you'll be safe. Okay. To a very large extent you'll be immune against, this deadly virus. Yeah. But again, the people are still saying, are you sure that thing they are taking is the real one? Yes. Are you sure they are not just pumping water into their system? Or are you sure it's not a field trick they are doing as if they have taken it? Yes. So what we are saying is that we need to educate the people. We need to build the confidence of our people. Yes. We need, so that when you say something, this is what you are going to do, and you have a time frame, please, for God's sake, do that thing. Okay. So that the people can begin to trust in you. You see, the problem is that, one, social media.
Okay.
Social media, you know, has advantages.
Okay.
And equally have a lot of disadvantages.
Yeah.
Just like Sir Humphrey Beziriabe said, you know, all these things, we saw them on social media. That if you get yourself vaccinated, you just put electric bulb on your shoulders and then it will lighten up. You put anything metal on your shoulders, it will magnet and all that. All those we saw on social media.
Yes.
Those are, you know, clearly negative analysis, you know, to the people. So if what we are trying to now do is to educate our people, to make our people understand. Government, you know, even at the federal level now, before this government came in, you know, we must also warn politicians. They do all sorts of things, you know, to wrestle power. For instance, before the advent of this government, during the era of President Goodluck Jonathan,
yes,
a lot of comments were made. When the issue of fuel subsidy came, you know, a lot of persons who are in this government today said fuel subsidy was a scam. That there was nothing like subsidy, they are just making money from it, they are doing that. But now, what is happening?
Fuel subsidy.
The fuel subsidy. So when the people begin to see things like that,
yes,
you know, they lost confidence in government. Some time ago, somebody in this government, federal government, also mentioned that when insurgency lasts for more than a certain time, you know that the government have a hand in it. And now you are at the heads of affair. Insurgency is still striving. Why not end it so that let us now know that government does not have a hand in this insurgency? Some time ago, somebody in this government told us that to generate power for Nigeria is not rocket science. You know, he made some analysis how you bring together some my better pass my neighbor generator, and then you put this together, and then you'll be able to generate power that will serve the whole of Nigeria. The same man was made Minister of Power for several years. He was unable to do anything. So when the people begin to see things like this, they lost confidence in government. The trust is no longer there. What government should do, government at all levels, should begin, you know, to do things right. Ensure that when they say A, it is A, the people should see that it is A. When they say it is B, the people should see that it is B, so that the people, once again, can build their confidence in government. They can trust government. They can believe that, oh, when government say we should do this, we should do it, because our government cannot hurt us. They cannot harm us.
Okay. Thank you very much, comrade. Well, I hope you are enjoying the program. It is 60 Minutes Nigeria. And on this week's edition, our focus is on the relevance of COVID-19 vaccination. And after that, we'll be looking at the state of the nation in terms of rising insecurity, which seems to be giving a cause for concern. Well, I still have in the studio Sabes Irabe, but before Irabe will make his comments, just to let you know that we'll take a brief break again. And after this break, we'll continue with the program. Okay, nice to have you back. It is 60 Minutes Nigeria. Sabes Irabe.
Yes.
Yes, you were able to actually postulate the reasons why citizens must visit the nearest vaccination centers for free to quickly take the jab. Yes, what's the way forward?
Yes, the way forward is continuous education.
Okay.
Like Osahon brightly said, we need to build this trust continuously. Government should come all out to say, look, we are not deceiving you. Okay. We are involved.
Yes.
Nobody is immune from this scourge. This scourge is not the respecter of anybody. It doesn't respect governor. It doesn't respect any natural ruler. Everybody are, you know, so everybody should come in. Continuous education on the radio, television, everywhere. You know, that's the way forward. And what the governor has done now, when we met him, we just said, look, we're not going to, there's no need to coerce anybody or force anybody to take the vaccine. He said, yeah, okay, but people have the right to say, this is my own establishment. This is my own occasion.
Yeah.
If you are coming to my own occasion, you don't wear face mask, I will not allow you to come. So I have the right to say, Look at, I must give kudos to the greatest sermon. Look at the motley crowd that attended this 87th birthday. The level of compliance of COVID-19 is top notch.
I agree with you.
Both the high and low. The motley crowd, the crowd was vociferous. But when it came to the complying with the non-pharmaceutical protocols of COVID-19, it was top notch, unbeatable anywhere in the world
well
today.
Organized.
Well organized.
Yeah.
So you can see that to tell you how serious this thing is. So that alone is already education. So government should not spare any effort to continue to educate the masses. No, we are not punishing you. We are not here to undo you. Please, the government is the governor is the custodian of state powers. He is the chief security officer of the state.
Yes.
And he's the, I dare say, using the biblical term now, he's the watchman of Edo State. Exactly. And Ezekiel is the Ezekiel of today. And Ezekiel chapter 33 from verse 1 following made it unequivocally clear that, look, son of man, I make you a watchman over the sons of Israel. When you see danger coming, blow the trumpet. Because if you don't blow the trumpet and the people die as a result of the danger, I will require the blood in your hands. So that's what the governor is doing. So let people know.
It is his duty.
It is his duty to do so.
To protect
it
the
is
citizens.
his duty. Not to do so would mean that he has failed. So that's what he's doing. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody should try, don't see it as if it's a punishment. No, it's for our own good. So we need education, we need more, we use the media, we use the languages of the people, town criers all over the place. Because like Osaon said, we don't want to name names. Only 2 days ago I lost somebody to this same scourge. My very self. So it's not a question of so it's happening every day. In fact, even those who are not even captured, dying in the villages of this scourge, nobody is capturing them. It's happening. So the way forward is vigorous education. Vigorous education. The government should spare no effort. They should spare no money. I expect even this program we are here now, I expect the government to have already brought some money here and say, look, begin to, at every given space, please blast it. That's the way forward to this scourge. So we must advise our people, please, our people, do not quarrel over this thing. It is not, don't allow yourself to, when it comes to salary now, or they are barricading the gates now, before you now begin to run escalator to do, no, do the needful. And the government should also continue to build this trust, that when we say a thing, we will do it as we have said it, and then the people will begin to have confidence in you, and they will, anything you say, they will come and do it. So the way forward is vigorous education.
Okay, thank you. Chairman, now you noticed what happened yesterday. So many civil servants were locked out. They were not allowed access into their offices, into government house, visitors, those who needed to do contract or whatever, without the vaccination card, they were not allowed. Do you think that's the right approach?
Well, just like Sir Humphrey Bensiriabe said, it is not by force.
Okay.
Everybody, you know, we have to manage their own affairs. You have to manage your establishment. You have to manage whatever thing God has put in your hand to manage.
Yes.
And as of today, God has put Edo State in the hands of Mr. Godwin Obaseki,
Okay.
you know, to manage Edo State. And this manager have said, I need to protect you against this scourge. And I have put in place, because to even say, get vaccinated for free is a whole lot, you know, that the government is doing. They are putting in a lot of money, you know, to ensure that, you know, citizens are safe. So what I'm trying to say is that if the governor have said, go and get yourself, you know, vaccinated.
Yes.
If you don't do this, don't come to so place. I don't think there's anything actually wrong with that. Because you coming in without getting vaccinated, without getting vaccinated, it's even a risk to other persons, you know, who are also working in the same establishments with you. So don't just say it is not by force. Nobody is forcing you to do so. But if you do not, don't come to so place. Just like Sir Humphrey Best area be mentioned, if I have an event, I say, oh, because government have said this, and I need to obey, you know, government. do not come if you are not vaccinated. It's as simple as
Yeah,
that.
but some people construe the approach of the state government, the Edo state government, as coercion,
That is where
as a subtle force.
that is where
That
we
vaccination
are
is
getting
supposed
it
to be
wrong.
optional.
That is where we are getting it wrong.
Yes.
If we say it should be optional, like we are here, I have,
Gotten the two
gotten
jabs.
the 2 jabs. Sir Humphrey, Best Area Bay probably have got, like he said he
said he has gotten
He has.
Since
Okay.
May.
He said he has
Okay,
gotten.
assuming
Since
we
May.
are here, the 2 of us, we are vaccinated already, and you are not.
Yes.
You're being here, pose a risk to both of us that have gotten ourselves vaccinated. So if you now think that it is you are the one to decide whether you vaccinate yourself
Yes, or not.
and then you mingle with people, you do everything with other persons,
Yes.
and then you infect them, and then you say that is not, you can no longer decide that. You can't decide that.
It's no longer in
It's
their
not
hands.
at all. It's not in your hands to decide. Because if you must mingle with people, then get yourself vaccinated so that you can be safe. Those other persons that you want to mingle with, will equally be safe.
Yes.
It's as simple as that. We don't fight over it. What is wrong with it? Scientists, went to
Okay.
Since May.
went all out,
Yes.
to ensure that they get these vaccines ready.
Yes.
And the people, that say, get yourself vaccinated, then why do you have to shy away from it?
Okay.
You don't have to shy away from it. We advise, it's not by force anyway. We
Yes.
are advising.
Yes.
We are telling our people, get yourself vaccinated. You people have always said, it is the responsibility of government to take care of its citizens, to protect lives and property. When security situation was very chaos in this state, what Mr. Governor did? He came all out with a vigilante network,
Yes.
which today, results. The results are showing everywhere, though it's relatively, peaceful as we speak today. And then health-wise, there is this problem. And they have also said, let all of us get ourselves vaccinated. The man is doing the best he can do.
Okay.
The most he can do. So it is only proper that we support him.
Thank you. Before we leave that topic, Sir Besirabe.
Yes.
Yes, it is the responsibility of the state governor to ensure the safety of residents.
Yes.
Protection of lives and property. Now, workers not being allowed into their offices, is that not infringing on their fundamental human rights?
That is
Yeah, what's your take on that?
That is what people want. They want to hide under that.
Yes.
Under that. Like we said, I don't think the governor is forcing anybody.
Okay.
It's not forcing anybody. It's telling you, you are working under me. You are working for me. You are working under me here. Please, for your own safety, for your own good, go and vaccinate. The other day, when my daughter got married,
Yes.
I put guards at the gate. What did I do? If you don't have a mask,
Face mask.
you are not going to enter. But for the benefit of the doubt, because I want you to enter, there were face masks free for you. Just come at the gate. You don't have a face mask. Take one and go inside. But if you say you are not going to take, you are a spiritual person, God told you not to wear the mask, then you can go home. Because that was my own occasion.
Yeah, you just passed your phone to me now.
Yes,
I saw the photograph where you took your jab, where you were vaccinated.
And I posted it to our platform.
Okay.
Since May. So I posted to our platform to let people know that we have done this thing, nothing happens, and nothing will ever happen. So it is not that's what they call faith and reason. Faith and reason. When they go in pari passu, when you say your faith is you are working by faith, and what about reason? Faith and reason. So it's not a question of infringing on your fundamental human right. It's a matter of your father or your custodian telling you, do this thing. We tell our children, this thing is good for you. Without doing it, please don't. We do so. So the governor is not really forcing anybody. He's telling his own. These are people that he sees every day. They work under him. He sees them. He said, my friends, look, this thing I have told you. You say you don't want to do it for your own safety. Please go and do it. It's not a matter of. You can go to court. People went to court the other day. They said they were going to seek judgment that he has no right. The man is saying, "I'm not forcing you." But since I'm the one who pretending you I meet you every day. I do not want to, so stay away. If you look at the language, it says stay away and work from home. That's the language.
Yeah, but no, some workers are scared. Because the time you say stay away, work from home, how are you going to mark the register? When it's time to pay,
yes,
they are scared something can happen.
Work from home, because this is a matter of public health.
Yes.
Public health. Now, if somebody with a virulent disease, a contagious disease come into this place now, we are on the way. We're not allowed the person to come
exactly.
Here. We're not allowed the person to come. You see, in the days of old, the days of scripture, when somebody is afflicted by leprosy, for instance, they are not allowed to come out. If they had to come out at all because they are human beings, you are not going to just pin them down. They were told to tie a bell around their waist, so that as they are moving, the bell will be ringing. You will say, "Oh, that a leper probably is passing now." Then you stay away and allow it pass before. This is public health matter, for God's sake. So it's not a question of anything. Governor has said consistently, please do this thing. It's free. A time will come now when it will no longer be free. Now,
for now it's free.
It's free now. And then, what about, are you going to be a local champion all your life? We do not travel outside this country. You cannot go anywhere without the card. You can't. So if you say you want to remain in Nigeria, you are not going anywhere, you won't pass Oluku, all right, remain in your room and remain there. So that's what we are saying. So here in this platform, which ITV has provided, yes, wonderful platform, we are encouraging our people. You are not being forced. Just do the needful for the sake of yourself, for the sake of your family. Now, the Delta Air, the biggest airline industry in the United States of America. Do you know what they have just done now? The management have been saying, please, thousands of workers, there are thousands in America, get vaccinated. And only last week they now said, okay, we are giving you a time frame. All those who are yet to vaccinate, they'll be deducting $200 from their pay. And we'll give you this time frame. Sacrifice your $200, we are watching you, but we'll give you a gap. After the time frame, we'll lock you out. Then you not decide. They say, we are not sacking you. You are the one that is sacking yourself. Say, choose you this day. That's what the Bible says, who to serve. We are not going to rationalize you, but we are only saying, since you cannot vaccinate, maybe you are satisfied with what you have, you can stay away. We didn't sack you. You are the one who said so.
Okay, thank you, sir. Very serious. But we are quickly going to move now to the next issue, the next topic for discussion, and it has to do with insecurity in Nigeria. It's a problem, it's a monster. The federal government has been enlightening Nigerians on the policy of government to actually tackle insecurity, which we must really look at now. There was a clamor for change of security chiefs. It was done. Yet, insecurity is still a problem. So, Samuel Basu, do you have another approach, advice on how you think insecurity can be tackled in this country?
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Arosa Abmolaho. Like
yes.
I have always said on this program when we discuss security
yes.
matters, the security of this nation, Nigeria, rests in the hands of the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, as we speak today. I remember like you just mentioned now, when we appeared on this program some time ago, and my co-panelists agitated, changing of security chiefs and all that.
Yes.
And I was quick to say, it is not the issue of changing security chiefs. It is the man that is responsible, for security matters. The man, that is in the driver's seat. The man that dictates, what happens, in Nigeria as of today. That is the president.
Yes.
It is the president gives out instructions. Whatever instruction he gives, the security chiefs will not say no. Whatever instructions he gives, that is what the security chiefs will carry out.
Okay.
You understand? So to have just mainly changed the security chiefs and they are no longer there, and then you have new security chiefs, and then the same instructions that used to come, will still come. You cannot expect any change. Just like you do things the way you used to do it, and then you expect a different result. It's never possible. if you do things the way you used to do it, you should expect the same result, every time.
Yeah.
So we'll continue to urge Mr. President, to take action, to take the bull by the horn, to decide what he wants to do with the security architecture, of this country. It's very terrible.
Very terrible, yeah.
It's very, very terrible.
It is.
People are dying. It has never been this bad. It has never been this bad. So it's oh my God. I really don't know what to say now
it's really,
at this time.
It's a pathetic situation.
It's a pathetic situation. It is terrible. So sometimes, if we don't even know the words, to use, so that we don't see ourselves, using words that are derogatory on the #1 citizen of the Republic of Nigeria. So we will continue to urge him, to do the needful, to tackle insecurity in this country head on. That time has come, that we expect that, it should be coming up with ideas at this time.
Yes.
You should be coming up with ideas. You should give the right directives to the security chief. Because actually, if these persons cannot be more powerful than the Nigerian military, it's not possible. They can't be more powerful than Nigerian military. It's just somebody, to direct the affairs and then to let the military know what to do. That's all. Give them the necessary directives, and then you see what will happen.
Okay, so Bessie, about directive alone now, don't you think the government has always been informing Nigerians, service chiefs have been mandated to ensure this, to ensure that. Is that not directive?
They have been treating the case with kid gloves. They have not actually given that matching order to the service chiefs to do the needful. They have not. It's been, it's all question of doing things like a whitewash sepulcher, like he said, it's not a question of changing people. You are the commander-in-chief of the state of this country. You are to these people are within us. They are in our territory. They cannot be more powerful than government. No, certainly not. Okay, I'll give you an example. Now, the people, we are already in a state of anomy, like Comrade Osaon said, we are completely dumbfounded. We don't know what to do. We are in a state of anomy. Now, look at what has just happened. The people are so daring to the extent now that they went straight to the Nigerian Defence Academy to adopt soldiers. You can imagine. And now
the security operatives, look
at what
the
has
authorities
happened.
have assured us that can never happen
look
again.
at what has just happened in the last few days. They now deployed this deadly Tucano aircraft or whatever to that forest. If you see the bombarding that is going on right now, we are told that the bandits and their families, they are healed. They have run out from the distance. As we speak, they are bombarding the entire forest and everything. They are running away. That's exactly what you do. You don't treat the matter with kid gloves. You have the wherewithal. The directives you have been making was just a whitewash directive. You have not said anything. That's exactly what we are referring to. Now, that's exactly because it has touched them very seriously now, their pride. So they went all out. Then another problem that we are faced with is that, yes, the commander-in-chief, on this program I've said it consistently, and I'm going to repeat it. I am sorry for the governors. You call them the chief security officer of the state.
Yes.
They are lame duck. They are not chief of anything. They don't control.
How do you mean?
They control nothing. Look, let me inform you, that the state governor, let us talk about the Edo State.
Yes.
Governor Lawrence Obaseki, as good as he is, cannot command the commissioner of police. You can't give him any command. He will say, all right, sir, I will respect you, sir. I want to hear from my people from Abuja. He can't command them. That is why here we have advocated time without number that we need state police. You can see, they are running around it now. Instead of the legislature to say, look, let us do this thing. We need state police so that state police can be commanded by the governor. It is then the governor becomes the security officer of the state. We need state police. Not this one, we are uniform. Look at what they are doing now. ECN, Atalakba, and the rest. They are good because the governors don't know what to do. So they are doing all these things to help. If they were to form a police, those state police corps of its own, commanded by the governor, the people who know the terrain, they know what to do. Then you go and bring somebody from Maduguri, a DPO from Nagudu, to come and be a DPO at Yokono or at Ugbekun. What does he know? Does he speak the language? If they are cheating, he doesn't know what to do. So first, we must decentralize the security architecture.
Yeah.
State police, we need that. Those days, that's what we inherited. You have the Native Authority Police, they call them NA. Native Authority Police. We're having constabularies. We're having all kinds of police.
They've reintroduced that one now.
They've reintroduced constabulary, but in those states, what are they do? Do they have anything? They do not have anything. So we need state police, well funded, well trained, like you have in America, in Italy, in Germany, everywhere. I said it here on one of our programs. A state like Italy, they have a particular police force. They work only the night. They call them Night Express. The other police are still working, but this special squad, they are deadly in the night themselves. They come out by around 10 p.m. and they walk to 6 a.m. deadly. In any flight that passes, they catch it along with other police. So we need them. We need this police. If we are able to get that, keep them very well. That was what came up when Amotekun and all that are agitating and stuff like that. If we have state police, all those ones will not come. So let there be a legislation. Allow government, sub-national government, states to have their police. And then you will see the wonders that will happen. You will see the wonders that will happen. Okay. All these criminal elements, they know them. When you are talking about constabulary, it's not having any biting effect. Constabulary police means that in a neighborhood, this constabulary reside there. They don't go and stay in the barrack. They are in the neighborhood. They profile everybody in that neighborhood. If a new tenant is coming into that neighborhood, they know. They know him. They profile him. That's how it is done. They live with the people.
Yes.
They are armed with all the gadgets, communication gadgets and everything to monitor people who is who in the neighborhood. That's the constabulary. And those days, they even employ people who are already in service, who are still in service, retiree. Okay. Yeah. They are at home. They are policemen. Yes. As part-time to be monitoring security concerns around the neighborhood. So that's what we need. We shouldn't shy away from it. We need state police, and we need it urgently.
Thank you very much, Sir Bessie. But your closing remarks, Basui, time is not always our friend on the show.
Well, we will advise our people, we will plead with our people to go out and get themselves vaccinated so that they can be safe, and then the people around them will equally be safe. And then we'll continue to urge federal government, to take security matters very seriously so that Nigeria can forge ahead. Thank you very much. Sir Bessie, your closing remarks.
Yes, of course, generally, we want to encourage our people not to see what the governor is doing as that forcing them to do what they don't want to do. It has to do with your health, and we want to encourage the name of the game is encouragement. The government is encouraging all of us to go out and vaccinate, and if we do so, we'll be helping ourselves and we'll be helping other people. For security, yes, security of life and property rests squarely in the hands of the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. He should step up his game to ensure that at least we sleep with our eyes closed.
The two eyes closed.
With 2 eyes closed. We need it. And then talking about security, there's a different aspect. We're not talking about full security and all that. That's a different.
Different aspect. Maybe next time we'll look at that.
We talk about full security.
Yes.
Just now, we want the government to step up their game and allow people so that people can work freely in the community, like you have in other climes.
Thank you very much. I want to thank my guests. They've really made very good contribution to today's topic. They've dissected the topics, and I hope that you've enjoyed your 60 minutes, your time with us on the program. Do have a wonderful weekend ahead. Hopefully, by God's grace, next week we'll be looking at another issue, a national issue, of course. Until then, bye-bye.